everybody, and welcome to our Friday video. This is my last video in my spring cleanup kind of organizational shares this month. I am showing you my office, and we've done a few different things in here this month. I actually have been doing a whole spring cleaning through my whole house. Every room, I made a list of every single thing. I ripped every single room apart. I purged a bunch of stuff. I cleaned a bunch of stuff. And I have been doing the same thing in my office, but I haven't really had to do a lot in my office because of past years of doing this where I touch every single thing. I open up every single thing, and I do that so that I can keep my space under control. Now, my office, oftentimes I feel like if you have a creative space, if you are lucky enough to have like a crafting space or an office where you're able to have all your stuff, oftentimes things get really crazy. And this room certainly becomes a dumping area when we're doing stuff like that throughout the whole house. And I mean, I've done every single room in my house. I've probably overdone it a little bit. I am currently under the weather. You can probably tell by my voice, so I apologize about that. I am currently recovering. I'm pretty much recovered. I'm not still recovering, but I'm pretty much doing a lot better. But I was recovering from a small medical procedure, and then my mom has been here helping, which has been really nice. And so we've just been doing that, going through, getting the house in really good shape, cleaning up stuff. And today I wanted to show you just a real look. Like, this is literally a week ago, my office was clean. Andrew's been sleeping in here because my mom has his room when my mom is here. And so he has been sleeping down here. And so he has just destroyed my office. You can see, like, there's one of his socks. So gross, right? Teenagers are so gross. So this is the state of my office, and I just wanted to share. I'm going to do a quick cleanup and chat with you about what's coming up and some projects that I have and what's happening, and I just thought I would take you along for the ride. So the thing you're not going to see is me put my camera on a tripod or something and then show you me cleaning, because listen, I wasn't camera ready when I was cleaning. I was a hot mess. I've been getting sick and just not feeling well, and so I just was in no condition to be on camera. So here's a funny thing. I bought these 2 laundry baskets last weekend, and I said to him, put all your stuff in these baskets, and then that way your stuff will be contained in my office. And this is how he put the baskets together. He literally just dumped all of his stuff in the baskets and stacked them on top of each other and was like, okay, that's good enough. So that's fun, right? Teenagers, they're so fun. So let's dive into getting my office cleaned back up and put together. And let's talk about some crafty fun that I am excited that is coming up and what I'm planning on doing in the month of May. The first thing that I did is clean up his baskets and sort all of that stuff and stack it all together. It is hard when he's down here and he has to be down here for an extended amount of time. He ends up bringing a lot of stuff down here, and it is a struggle to get in my office when things are really messy. I don't know about you, but I really hate working in a space that is messy or things are out of place. So it's hard when he's down here. So hopefully that will help. The next thing that I did is I put away some of these reusable bags. I have 2 containers that have like reusable bags. The rest of my stuff down there is like pretty packaging, but these 2 places right here have extra pin pouches because I just can't say no to those. And then some reusable bags. There's a couple Stampin' Up! Ones right on the top there. Those are ones, I don't know, I just haven't had the heart to get rid of them. I actually really like them, but I just don't really like carrying around things that have the Stampin' Up! Logo on them. So I don't know, those might have to go soon. And then the next thing I did is this little vacuum, this little handheld vacuum. Okay, this is a recent purchase on Amazon, and I will never be sorry that I purchased this. In the last couple weeks, I purchased a really nice vacuum cleaner, And then I also purchased this, and I will link this in the description. It is a little pricey, but I'm telling you, it is one of the best things that I have purchased in a long time. It has several different attachments, and then you charge it. So you just recharge it. And then it has several different attachments. It has a high and a low, and then it also doubles as you can blow like air mattresses up, which we always are putting up air mattresses in this house. Anytime somebody comes and stays with us, anything like that. So it makes it really nice to do that. And then you can see I have the brush attachment on here, and it really just gets right in things. I'll show you when I do the other side of the room. But I really love this, and I will never be sorry I purchased it. It was a wonderful purchase. It has really great suction. It charges really great, and we've used it all over our house. We've even used it in the car. So then you can see he's got pencils and Legos and, I don't know, his Fitbit and, I don't know, all of the things that he carries around with him. And so you can see it just gets right in there, and I loved it. I mean, I do love it. I love that it can be really easy to use. So here is a look at this half of the office. Again, you guys have seen this so many times, but his baskets are right there, and then when his air mattress comes back down here, all of that stuff will be contained. I put my sewing machine back. I really want to start sewing on my layouts. It just is something that I have not had the time to figure out. Not so much that I need to figure out the sewing part, but I need to get the foot out for my sewing machine, and then I need to make sure I have all the pieces, and then I have to figure out if I remember how to thread the machine. When the kids were little, I used to do sewing for, like, I sewed them a couple, like, clothes wise, like I sewed Kayla a couple skirts. I made her a couple skirts, and then I used to sew all of my own home decor, like table runners and things like that. I get very frustrated by sewing because it's fine if everything's working, but the minute something doesn't work, it's a nightmare. And so I got to figure out all the pieces for that, but I really want to get to sewing on my layout. So then here is my desk. Right there, you see the top of my new vacuum, which I loved bringing down to do the floors. I got one that does hardwood floors and carpets, and it was amazing. So this is the next half of the room, my desk and everything. And you can see it was just piled up with everything. I had some albums out because I did a video, and then I wanted to show you this card. This was a really fun card that my friend Wendy made me for my birthday, and it has a light in it. So holding the camera is a little hard to turn the light on, but you push it right there, and then it has a light on it. It's really cute. I put it up in my office, of course. I'm sure that card was a labor of love. And I just recently got a comment on one of my videos, and the gal said that she missed seeing me make cards. And I've had a couple people reach out or say, like, are you going to do cards, or when are you going to do cards again, or I miss seeing you do cards. And just a little I don't know, moment for that. I am not making cards anymore. I haven't made a card in over a year. I never really liked making cards. I can do it. I can make cards. And I liked the events and like doing in-person classes, and I can put together a card, but it's not the thing that is fun for me. I don't like it. I never even really sent cards. I'm not good about getting things to the mailbox, buying stamps, going to the post office, not knowing like what. It irritates me that like, well, this card is heavy, or it needs more postage, or like the whole thing is just frustrating to me. And so I wouldn't say never, but I just don't plan on making cards anymore. It was not something that I truly enjoyed. And anytime that I have to be creative, I want to be doing that with my memory keeping. That is the thing that makes me happy and the thing that I feel most creative with. And so that is the thing that I am choosing to focus on, and I just don't have plans to make cards anymore. So here I am just using that vacuum again around the books. It gets off the dust, it gets off spider webs, all of the things. So I got the office cleaned up. I got my desk cleaned up. There's that 6x6 paper that we just did. I think last week we did that. I have to run by the elementary school, but I got sick this week. And so I obviously don't want to go to the school and spread my germs everywhere. But that will go to the elementary school. I apologize for the comment last week. Somebody was like, send me the paper. And I couldn't figure out why they would think that I would just send them all of my paper for no reason. And they actually meant send me the paper you're getting rid of. And so I apologize. I think my comment back was a little snippy, and I apologize for that. But I do donate all of my crafting supplies that I purge. I donate to my local school, and I really recommend that you do that. Even if you don't have kids in school, you can do it to elementary schools or middle schools. I don't know that high schools would take them, but schools very much appreciate that, and teachers definitely use them. I do have a pile of organizational items that are sitting out that I need to put away, and then my heater is out because somehow in California we are having a little taste of late winter and it's cold and I'm going to need my heater again. And then I just have a few things on my desk. I did manage to get a lot of it put up. I just had a few things that are going to need to go in certain spots. And I was Clorox wiping everything because I knew I was getting sick. And Violet was sick. She had an ear infection and had to be on antibiotics. So our household has been real fun the last couple weeks. But most of it is cleaned up and it feels so good. Next month, in the month of May, my plan is that on Fridays, for Friday videos, I am hoping to share with you stamping in your memory keeping layouts in Project Life. And we're not talking about just making Project Life cards. I know that's the easiest, stamp a little something on a 3x4 card, put it in your album, but I'm not talking about that kind of stamping. We're going to dive in, and each Friday I'm going to share with you projects where I have stamped. So I'm looking forward to that. I hope you will join me on Fridays for that. Another little shout out to Wendy, who brought me back one of these cups from the honeybee retreat that she went to last month. I don't use these kinds of cups. I just don't. But I loved that she brought it back, and I thought I'll just display it in my craft room. And then my husband got me that Insta camera for my birthday in my favorite color. And so I'm excited to start using that. I've already thought of a home decor project that I cannot wait to do using that camera and the film the way that it comes. And then I got everything cleaned up on my desk. My Project Life albums are there. You will see I think you'll see the last video for March for my Project Life album next week. And then I'm sort of shaking things up and doing something a little bit different. And I have already dived in and I'm already doing it. And I feel like it has solved my issues that I was having where I was just struggling with my Project Life album. So all of that is to come. I'm filming videos. I just have to get them edited and uploaded. And I'm hoping that to share a lot more with you. So thank you so much for being here this month as I organized and cleaned up. I hope you're having a wonderful day, and I will catch you in my very next video. Thank you so much for checking out my video. Here on the screen are 2 other videos that you can check out if you would like. If you remember watching this video and you've missed any of the member videos or you're new, you can go back and watch older member videos if you would like. Thank you so much for checking out my video, and I will catch you in my very next project.